So this video is for anyone out there who has lost a child. And I happen to be a member of that club. It was August 25th, 1986. And I said goodbye to my little boy, and I would never see him again this side of eternity. But I have to tell you about what happened before this occurred. So it was about 2 weeks before the accident, and Ryan and I had had a conversation about a verse that I'd come across in the Bible, and he just happened to be there, and I started talking to him about it. It was Jeremiah 17:7 and 8. And anytime I've gone to comfort another mother in that same situation, I cannot help but share this passage with her. And it goes like this: Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord. Of course, if I'm talking to a woman, I will change the gender to woman because it applies to women too. So blessed is the woman who trusts in the Lord and whose hope is the Lord. For she shall be like a tree planted by the waters, which spreads out its roots by the river. Do you want to be a tree planted by the waters? One who never gets thirsty, one who never has to worry. We're going on a vacation here pretty soon, and I have to make sure that my grass is watered and the flower garden is watered. But imagine if I had a tree and a little stream out there, I wouldn't have to worry about it because that tree's roots extend to the stream. So I thought, there's a little word picture there, but I didn't really give it much more thought than that. It says here, and will not fear when heat comes, but its leaf will be green and will not be anxious in the year of drought, nor will cease from yielding fruit. I believe that was a prophetic passage that was given to me. And that conversation with my son is a special, very special memory that I have. When we read this together, he went into the bedroom and he came out a little while later and he had drawn that picture. I wish I still had it. Everyone always asks that, if you still have that picture. No, I don't. But believe me, it's etched in my heart. Fruit was on the branches. And underneath, he had a little, like a cutout where I could see what was happening below the ground. And he had a stream right next to the tree, and he had the roots of that tree just going into that stream. And I really don't even know what we said about it, but I do remember just kind of having a casual conversation about that picture. The accident occurred, and that first year around the calendar, if you've ever lost anyone, and it doesn't have to be a child, it could be anyone, a parent, a sibling, a husband, a wife, someone that you loved very much, has gone on to glory, and you're left here. That first year can be very, very difficult. You have the first birthday, the first Thanksgiving, the first Christmas, the first Mother's Day, the first Father's Day, all these firsts that you have to go through, even the first anniversary of when the death occurred. And so that year is a challenging year, and it was for me as well. But as I thought back on that conversation that Ryan and I had, I thought a little bit deeper about it, and I came to the Bible and I said, I wonder, what was that again? I want to see that. And I know I was drawn to it by the Holy Spirit because this passage absolutely flooded me with comfort. And I see now that it was, as I said, prophetically given to me by the Lord to have it ready when the time came. And what he was saying to me is, here, he says he is the living water right here. And if I would keep my roots extended into this stream during that year of drought, and if that first year after losing a loved one is not a year of drought, I don't know what is. And I knew that I had to sink myself into the pages of this book if I was going to get through that year with any kind of success. Because I had always said, if anything like that happened, if I ever lost a child, I had said many times, just haul me to the mental health facility because I don't think I can overcome it. And guess what? Through the comfort of this book, I was able to overcome the worst kind of loss you can imagine And so if you or someone you know is really hurting right now, really there's no supplement, there's no words that anyone can say, there's nothing really that anyone can do. That person just has to walk through it. But they are not walking alone. And if I'm talking to you, I need to say it to you. You are not walking alone through this. He is with you. He wants to speak to you, and he wants to hear your heart. It's okay to cry. It's okay to scream. It's okay to punch the pillow, because this pain is deep. I get that. But let him comfort you. Extend your roots to the stream of living water, and you will not cease to bear fruit in your year of drought. Bearing fruit, thinking of others, do for others. Of course, there's going to be a period where you just wait. There are stages of grief that just have to be passed through, and it's not going to happen quickly. But words of comfort and cheer are in this book. And eventually you'll be able to take your mind off yourself, off of your pain, all the potential dreams that you had for that child. And someday it won't hurt as badly as it hurts right now. I promise you.